guys, so today we are going to be having a competition to see which is the best SMG so far in Modern Warfare 3. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright, so what we got here is the 6 top, arguably best SMGs, the most popular, the most you will see. So first of all, we got the WSP Swarm, then we got the HRM9, and the AMR9, and the RAM9, and there's a lot of 9s, Striker 9, and the WSP's 9. So, and that is all that's, I believe, the top 6 SMGs, and yeah, so let's get into it. So, how I thought I would decipher which is the best SMG is I played a game with all of these weapons fully maxed out in level, full attachments, best attachments I could find, and played just games, and I was taking track of how many kills and kill streaks I got for each weapon. First one we're going to be looking at is the AMR9, which we only got 35 kills and no kill streaks. This is the lowest one. I would say it's a good fast fire punching SMG. It has a bit of recoil to manage, and overall the recoil to weight to fire rate and actual damage ratios are just not all too good. I mean, I'm not a super specialist on all of these attachments. I bet if someone who really knew about attachments way more than I could find a way to make this way better. But really, this is just the least good SMG though out of these top 6, and I would suggest going with another one. Except we got the HRM9 submachine gun, fully maxed, and honestly, this is a freaking. I can't believe this is only second to last on the list. I can't believe that. No kill streaks, 42 kills, but this is such a good gun. I probably could get more kills with it, but I was just doing a test, so this is what it dictated. And this is a pretty reliable one. This, though, is from the last season's Battle Pass, so if you're a new player and you don't want to spend that much money on the game, this may not be the best option for you, since you probably don't have it if you don't like spending money in the game, because it was in the Battle Pass. But this is a good fast firing rate, has a lot of recoil control, but especially if you put it into tac stance, which I am a tac stance user, and a lot of these have tac stance attachments on it. Especially if tac stance really limits that recoil control but trading that for less accuracy, but it still hits a lot, especially with the setup I have here. It's pretty dang good with tac stance. But also, if you just use the iron sights or optic with it, it's still going to be a good option. Just there's still a teensy bit of recoil control, but there's tons of attachments you can make to eliminate that. But even when you put a lot of attachments on, still going to have a little bit. So if you're okay with having control recoil, then this is the right one for you. Something I'd like to say real quick is that whenever I see recoil control, I'm usually meaning recoil itself. Next up, we got the Striker 9. So for the Striker 9, we got 49 kills, 3 kill streaks though. I got it all the way up to an EMP, Overwatch Halo, Advanced UAV, then EMP. So I got 13 kills without dying with it. So that's pretty impressive, but I still only got 49 kills, so that's why it's not up there. This is a pretty good weapon. This is kind of just like the HRM9 on steroids. It's pretty good with tactical stance, and I have a lot of attachments to help with that, but also it has a lot of recoil. And even with all of these recoil attachments, this gives recoil control, and this gives a lot of recoil control. This gives even with all that, it just isn't. Oh, by the way, also this loadout I am using, though, I would like to say that most of it I used it from a YouTuber called Raidaway, so don't. I feel like I'm stealing his content by showing these attachments, but whatever. Just go check him out. He's cool. I get a good amount of my loadouts from him, but also I usually try to just stick to my own. But sometimes, especially with this one, since I'm not that good at recoil control, I didn't like it that much, so I just had to look up one because I couldn't figure out a good way for it. But anyways, just checking them out. But basically, it's very fast fire rate, good fire rate to damage ratio, and the range is okay. But especially with tac stance, I did change it so I would have more tac stance from the original loadout. It's pretty dang good. It's just the recoil pattern. It is easier to control. So you just have to kind of just like push down on your thumbstick, uh, and yeah, just like a bit, and you don't have to like go all over the place to control it. So it's easier to control, but it still has recoil control. So, anyways, on to the next one. Um, okay, so next up is the WSP9. Next up is the WSP9. This is such a great SMG. I don't know why I only got 50 free kills. I did get one kill streak, Overwatch Hilo, but it's still a really, really reliable one. I would say it's definitely really up there, even though, you know, this is the system I created, and it dictated that this was kind of down there. It is top 3, though, so at least that. You got 50 free kills, one kill streak. Anyways, this is my loadout for it. Original loadout. It's pretty dang good. This one I use optic because the iron sights for this sucks. And but besides that, I don't use tactical stance on this because it's just not good for tactical stance. This is a good long range, slower fire rate, but more damage punching shots and more recoil control. Like, you don't have to worry about recoil control with this. And it's just really good. So it's a pretty good, reliable SMG if you want to start with this one, if you want to find a good SMG. But on to the next one. And then second to the top, the WSP Swarm. This is my favorite. It's not the best SMG from what my test has dictated. It's second to best, but this is my favorite SMG. It's super good, very fast fire rate. It basically has like one of the fastest fire rate. It's one of the fastest firing guns in the game. If you look right down there on all the stats, you can see that that's even higher than the Striker 9 and the HRM 9. And I use tactical stance on this a lot, and sometimes the iron sights, even though it's similar to WSP 9. And yeah, this is the loadout. It's got recoil to control, but it's easy to put attachments on it to control that. And it just has such good fire rate to damage ratio. So it's just a really good, and you can unlock it kind of, you know, sort of early, and if you just started playing the game. So this is a good starting, just reliable SMG. So I definitely recommend it. Then we got the winner, the Ram 9, just came out this season in the Battle Pass. Now this thing is insane. I got 80 kills with it. I accidentally broke my kill record with this gun while I was doing this test. One kill streak though. And this thing's just amazing. I use tac stance on this too. I use a lot of tac stance weapons. It's got a good, it's not super high fire rate, but it's still pretty high fire rate, and it has like pretty good damage. So it's good damage to fire rate ratio, and it's got decent accuracy a lot, and the recoil control is not that crazy. And I'll use the iron sight sometimes, but I usually use the tac stance, and I recommend using tac stance. It's not for everyone, by the way, but like, you should just try it and see if it works for you, because it works for me and I really love it. So, and there's certain guns that have better attack stance, and there's attachments that can help you with that. Anyways, so this is the winner. This is overall, I already knew this. I made a video on this. I already knew this was a really great SMG. This is a pretty similar loadout to my I changed it a bit. I think I changed the laser for my loadout on my video for this when it first came out. But yeah, it's just a good SMG. You do have to spend like $10 to get the battle pass. It's pretty early on in the battle pass, so you don't have to like buy the black cell version or anything. Um, so yeah, this is just a good ratio to of damage to fire rate. Just combo is pretty viable, reliable SMG. Definitely recommend it. And yeah, well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for Wednesday because there's going to be a new weapon type, weapon item from the weekly challenges, and we're going to be reviewing that and seeing if it's worth doing all those challenges. And if you guys thought this video was helpful, leave a comment below. And yeah. So yeah, see you guys later.